I want to talk about everybody's favorite topic, abortion. Let's just get right into it. Hot, hot, hot topic. So, I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. My intention in these videos is simply to share my perspective, and then you can do with it what you will. Hopefully, it'll spark some self inquiry. Hopefully, you'll be able to dialogue with your friends, your family, your beloveds, and maybe, just maybe, if you're watching this, it might open up a new way of thinking for you. But with all respect, we believe what we believe, we want what we want, and I am not here to fight or change or challenge that for anybody. But we need to talk about abortion because, from my perspective, I believe that reproductive autonomy is an inalienable right that we are simply all entitled to. And it's pretty scary right now because that inalienable right, from my perspective, is really under attack. It's being very threatened. So let me introduce you to a movie that was made about a group called the Janes. And the Janes operated in the 1970s before Roe v. Wade was made into law. And this was happening in Chicago. And the Janes were a group of women, moms, housewives, regular women, that decided that the government was being misguided, that it was wrong-headed in its approach to the autonomy of reproductive rights. And so they posted signs all over Chicago, like coffee shops and telephone poles and all that kind of stuff. And the sign said, "Family planning, call Jane." And with that phone call, the woman would talk to somebody who would help that woman schedule an illegal abortion. And there's a movie that's made. It's called The Janes. It stars Sigourney Weaver. And it's a beautiful window into just ordinary women deciding that what they believed was right. And they wanted to offer that choice to other women. Nobody wants to have an abortion. Many people have to have an abortion. And it can be a big deal if it's a big deal to you. It could be really a big nothing if it's a big nothing to you. You, the individual, decide what its meaning is. Nobody else gets to do that for you. I believe that very much like the Underground Railroad in the days of slavery, which helped so many slaves from the South get to freedom in the North, we, the women, need to build an underground railroad to help our sisters move into reproductive autonomy in all the places that is no longer an option for them. And it could look a lot of different ways. It could look like a transportation network. It could look like, and this is what happened in the movie The Janes. The Janes had one doctor that was performing abortions, and all these women helped other women get to that doctor. The women would call, an appointment would be set up, that woman would be picked up, brought to the place, have the abortion with the doctor. Afterwards, she would be fed a bowl of spaghetti, and then another woman would drive her back to her house. Pretty simple. But the demand far outstripped the availability of one doctor. So over time, many of these women were taught by this doctor how to perform an abortion. A dilation and curettage is a pretty simple procedure if done correctly. Certainly, an underground network could look like many women being trained by licensed physicians to perform abortions. Like I said, that's one way it could look. Another way it could look is that there are various herbal combinations that will initiate an abortion. Let's learn about what those are and let's start growing them in the garden that we're building. Many ways this could look. It sort of depends on the individual, her network, her group of friends. But it's up to us. It's not up to anybody to decide for us what is right or what is wrong. And so, like the Underground Railroad of old, it was a secret. And the people that were helping were in the know, and the people that were not helping were left in the dark. I suggest the exact same thing. So, we either create a network of transportation across state lines, we create an education for women that are interested in this. Doctors and nurses that know how to do this can provide tutorials, can teach people how to do this. Or we can start to understand the herbal world, and we can start to create herb gardens as a way to induce an herbal abortion. And so this is so important. It's your autonomy over your own biology, and it's yours and yours alone. This is a very hot topic. Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to pick a side. Nobody wants to stand up and say, this is what I believe, this is right or this is wrong. Again, this is simply my perspective. Ponder it, consider it. If it doesn't work for you, you don't like it, you think I'm totally wrong, okay, keep it moving and you don't have to pay any attention. But if this is going to spark something inside of you, if you want to start being part of the front line revolution, this is a big action step that we can all take, and we can take it today. We can talk to our sisters and our grandmothers and our mothers and our goddess mothers and our friends and our sisters in our community. And we can start to create something that's ours and ours alone. There's a terrific book that was put out in the 1970s by the Boston Women's Collective, and it's called Our Bodies, Ourselves. And it's undergone a series of revisions, but get a hold of this book. There's a ton of information in it for us women. And alongside this particular suggestion of mine, I really don't like it when I hear everybody, and I mean everybody, men and women, but particularly my sisters, calling each other bitches. Hey, bitches. Hey, bitch. I think that is so horrible. How about if we, like the African American community, take back the word cunt and use that instead? How about if we make the word cunt our word? And if we don't like that word, how about if we start calling each other sisters instead of bitches? Let's not do that. It's so ugly. It makes you part of the objectification that women are struggling against. So let's step up to the plate. Let's be bold. Let's be courageous. And let's start claiming our value from our subjective self. Not agree to be an object for the male gaze, waiting for the male approval and permission. Let's just go. It's time. We're on go time right now. Sisters, cunts, let's go. Thank you.